I'm starting to see. You guys are close, you might smell a little bit of that wood shop smell. Yeah. That's because I'm starting to get friction. Feel the bottom of it. It's hot.
Yeah, that's out.
Right? It does. Hey, you get that little. Yeah. I call it the wood shop smell. You know, I'm going to switch over to the other boat too, because I like that one. There we go. Right? You get just a little bit. Now you see what. So, if I had continued doing that, sweating through my nice to all of our destination backcountry hikers, despite being in a collared shirt, you still see me sweat like a pig. So what you've got there, this is called punk. What's building up there, that dust. And what will eventually happen, the friction will make that catch. In the bottom, you'll have a little ember drop right out of the bottom. And if you've got everything properly constructed, you have a nice pile of tinder waiting for you. And what I've gotten here are all different types of tinder. I just gathered these on a little hike on Saturday. You've got grasses, some cedar bark that I found. When you get something like this, only takes the slightest little ember to catch something like that up. And there was even, I risked the late season wasp bite. I was so nervous. I saw the nest hanging there, I'm like, oh, that's awesome tinder. But there definitely could still be hornets in it. So like throwing rocks at it, we just had to come down. When a swarm of wasps didn't come out, I harvested a little bit of it. But the beauty of this is, once you have something like this constructed, you get a fire every single time you make a hole in it. So once you have a board built and you have all the tools, then it's basically just, do you want to go through the effort of to get the fire done? But that's the whole point. That's why you get the fire lit and keep it lit. You guys were all getting the smoke back there too, right?
Yeah.
Then I stopped in the right time. Because of course, I want to keep going until I listen to the down.
We're going to build a birdhouse now with this smell.
It does smell like wood shop, but just because I'd like to demonstrate something that people might actually have on them in a survival situation, this is called the magnesium and steel. And this is really a much simpler way in a lot of ways to make a fire. With this one, what you'll do, and I'm not going to go through the whole demo over here because this will make a pretty big fire. What you do is you take the magnesium and you really slowly scrape off all you need. And what you do is you get a nice pile of it built up. Yeah. Scrape some off gradually. Then you get your tinder on top of it. And then you hit it with one strike. This burns at about 4,000 degrees. So if you get a magnesium, it's going to catch anything going, soaked or whatever. But those are just the basics. Now, of course, in my survival kit, there's a book of waterproof matches and a lighter because this is obviously a method of last resort. But it is a really cool skill to have. And I will say this too. When you're relating to the woods in this way, when I went out for a walk on Saturday, I wasn't working, just out for a walk with my buddy and his dogs. And I was intentionally looking around to harvest things. I'm like, I'm going to look around for a nice piece of dead standing softwood. And I need to see if I can find a piece of witch hazel and gathering tinder and things like that. So I think really more than anything, the actual skill of creating this, it's a way of going through the forest and looking to see what's useful, what you can really bring on and on. But having said that, these guys here at Brooklyn Outdoor Provisions have a really awesome supply of stoves. And other things, so you will never need to do this to actually get them. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's 20% off on everything in the store tonight, right?
Today, yeah.
Today, just today. So,
All right.
Huh? Awesome. Thanks for your attention, guys. Much appreciated.